Bitcoin looks like it's headed to 50,000, but there's a problem. A bullish divergence is now developing on both the daily and weekly charts. Is this the final trap before another leg lower, or is Bitcoin about to surprise everyone with a massive rally back up? Let's break it down and let's jump into the charts. Today, I'm going to start you guys off with a 3-month chart. The price of Bitcoin is currently at $59,442. This candle closes in the next 2 days and 5 hours. And I want to start with the 3-month chart so we can really see beyond the short term what's really happening with Bitcoin. And as we can see right now, the RSI is still above the 50 on the RSI, but we're pointing down still. The RSI is also still rolling over, and this looks like it could take a while before we start to reset. So long term, it still looks like we're pretty bearish here for Bitcoin. If we take a look here, we're about to touch the 21 moving average at 55,464. If we could stay above this 21 moving average, we could still say that we're kind of okay. But if we lose this 21 moving average, things could fall fast. If we head over to the 2-month chart, candle also closes in 2 days and 5 hours. Here we have a red engulfing candle, and we're already starting to lose the 21 moving average. If we lose this 21 moving average, our next logical step would be to go to this 50 moving average. That's at 39,932, basically 40,000. Look at the stochastics, still haven't been able to reset, and we're starting to lose the 50 on the RSI. Long term is still looking bearish for Bitcoin. On the monthly chart, also closes in 2 days and 5 hours. We lost the 21 moving average already. This is kind of looking to me like a head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, or we could say left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Stochastics, if we zoom in, they kind of look like we're gonna roll over. So it looks like we're going to drag here for a while, similarly to how we did over here. That's also looking bearish long term. We're trying to hold on to the 50 moving average at 59,293. If we lose that, we're headed for the 80 moving average. That's at 48,195. Look at the RSI is also rolling over. So this is also not looking good. The only thing that could save us a little bit is that we are far from the 21 moving average at 89,742. So maybe we get a surprise rally where we pump back up in July or in August. Or if not, we're probably just going to go here sideways, wait for this 21 moving average to roll over, touch price, and then from there we continue going down. Now, we also closed today the weekly candle. This candle right now is going to close in about 4 hours, and this is severely bearish right now. We're about to lose the 200 moving average for the first time during this bear market. 200 moving average is at $62,442. The 21 moving average is at $70,390. I've shown you this before, guys. In the last bear market, not only did we lose the 200 moving average, but we went well below it when we reached the about $16,000 level. This usually happens where we go below the 200 moving average, and then once we get back above the 200 and the 50 moving average, that's the start of the bull market. So it's something similar going to happen now over here, where we're about to lose the 200 moving average, come down a little bit, and then eventually roll back up once this 50 moving average comes all the way down. Now, I think that's going to happen because if we take a look at the 2-week chart, this closes in 7 days and 5 hours, but we're already losing the 100 moving average. And I've told you guys before, if we lose the 200 moving average here, then we're gonna go to the next logical 200 moving average, which is the 2-week chart. Look where the 2-week 200 moving average is. That's at 43,123. So this looks like it could be next if we cannot hold above the 200 moving average on the weekly chart. Now let's take a look at the 3-day chart. Look at this. Stochastics are about to roll over. This looks to me like a rounded top. We're far away from the 21 moving average. I think that's the only thing that's holding us together right now, that we haven't dropped down to 50K, is that we're far away from the 21 moving average in a lot of the time frames. But once that 21 moving average catches up to price, I think we will be rolling over. On the daily time frame here, stochastics are low, but this could drag here for a while. Look how long we dragged here on the daily stochastics. This is showing a lot of bearishness. We have not been able to get above this 21 moving average. This is also looking like a head and shoulder pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We're starting to do a bear flag here. Now, I do currently have this in a bear flag that's already breaking down. We already made more than half of the measured move. So this is already a winning trade. This bear flag is going to take us pretty much down to about 49,000, 50,000 around there. So we're not too far away from there already. We head over to the 8-hour time frame. We can see that the stochastics here are toppy. We can see that we're tracing the bear flag better here. We're already starting to break down. And look, we're far away from the 21 moving average. We haven't been able to get it back above this. On the 4-hour time frame, same thing. Stochastics look horrible. We're rolling over. The RSI is rolling over. We have not been able to get back above the 21 moving average. We're tracing this bear flag, which we're already breaking down from. So this looks very bearish. Unless we could get back above this 200 moving average, which is at 65,316, I just see more downside. This is the doorway to higher prices, as we must crack this 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, stochastics are low. I'm afraid this could still drag here. And again, we haven't been able to get above these moving averages. This 200 moving average is far away. 15-minute time frame, stochastics are rolling over. We've been losing all these moving averages. We're below the 21 moving average as well at 59,696. Now that's going to be resistance, so it's not looking good. But let me show you the one hope, or possibly the two hopes that we do have. Let me head over to this other chart and we take a look at the weekly chart here. We notice that price range is slanted from this high, and now we have a lower high. But in the RSI, we have a low, and now we have a higher low. It's not confirmed yet. This candle has to close like this. But if so, as you can see, this white line slanted down, this white line slanted up. This is bullish divergence. Usually when there's bullish divergence, that means that even though things look bearish, it looks like we might be making a move up. That move up could lead to this 21 moving average, since I'm telling you guys that we're kind of far away, and that's at 70,391. Does that mean that we won't eventually hit 50K, 40K, 30K or lower? That doesn't mean that, but it means that possibly we're going to get some type of a relief rally pretty soon. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Here I have it in yellow. As you can see, slanted down. There's a low, there's a lower low, but then look, a low, and then there's a higher low here in the RSI. Again, we're far away from this 21 moving average. That's at 62,928. Maybe we could make a move up here. Maybe we break above the 21 moving average. This ends up being a double bottom, and then we make it all the way to this 50 moving average at pretty much at 70K. So that's the only bullish thing that I'm seeing right now for Bitcoin, is that everyone's very, very bearish right now. People are probably putting in a lot of shorts thinking we're going to go to 50, and it's not for no reason. We're seeing head and shoulder patterns. We're seeing a lot of bear flags that are playing out, and everyone's getting sucked into this bearish narrative, and all of a sudden now this bullish divergence is coming out. We might get a crazy short squeeze back to 70K before dropping down below 60K and hitting 50K eventually. So guys, we have to look out for that, and let's see if we see that we get back above this 21 moving average with closing candles on the daily, and especially if we see that on the 4-hour time frame we reclaim this 200 moving average. I think that bullish divergence on the daily and the weekly will be playing out. All right guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.